pretty much the same, except for Jeremy Pena drawing the start at shortstop. Last night we saw Geraldo Perdomo, and when you look at what
a hitter, but the defense is a work in progress for him, especially on the new staff too.
And that changeup is filthy. McGonigal retired for the first time and rattled on the mound.
Yeah, sometimes for pitchers when things aren't going your way, and that's part of the catcher's job as well. You know, when things are not going your
the rest of the way. Good location, jam shot to first. Vladdy to Bello, 2 down.
Yeah, nice job.
And another soft roller. This one hugs the line. Bello lets it get foul. And Riley strokes it to center. Julio Rodriguez, nice and casual. In Republic's turn to come up. As you get a look at the lineup once again for manager Albert Pujols, and everybody for the most part did something last night. Just turned 27 earlier this year. And number 22 goes down on the 2-2. Smith with a little extra giddy up for the strikeout.
Oh, that's a really good four-seam fastball there by Smith. He's kind of got a little
starting lineup. That's Jeremy Pena batting ninth. Marte rockets it to second, knocked down by McKinstry, tries to recover of the WBC. And another fastball from Smith. That stays fair. Torkelson to the bag. Here's Torkelson after an 18-pitch first, and Torkelson wears one, a breaking ball that got away.
Yeah, it looked like that breaking ball right there just kind of slipping out of Bello's hands. 0-0 pitch right here, so the intent here was just to try speed pitch nonetheless.
Here's Colt Keith, 2 for 3 with a double. Hammers it past shortstop and into left center field. So Colt Keith
kind of getting familiar from a pitcher-catcher standpoint.
And that's a walk to load the bases. Fans not.
That's all part of the learning curve.
Tyrone Lorenzo goes after the first one. Bello juggles many times and can't get the out. A game of hot potato, and everybody's safe as the Tigers strike first. A chance to drive an early spike into this game. Another roller out to second. Marte the tag, feeds to first for the double play.
That's fantastic right there. Now getting a hit behind him in the World Baseball Classic.
Vladdy might have deflected off of Torkelson and into right field. So much for that 0 for 3 last night. Vladdy on board with a leadoff single.
Well, 0 for 3 swings and the intent to swing.
Curveball elevated to center. Clark charging in. And what a play by McKinstry to get there first. Throw back. He got him. Oh, Zach McKinstry with a beauty.
Oh, he's fired up too.
It's doubled up, so the leadoff single wiped out. And that could be a huge moment as Clark lays out and he can't make the play. So a couple of struggles. That one all the way to the wall for Caminero. Junior Caminero, the early star for the Dominican Republic. And Julio never saw it coming. That frisbee gets him. And Efros.
9, but I don't know. To me, Greg, he looks good.
That's the second time that Bello's gotten him with the changeup.
Fundamentals, but then the mental part has to be considered as well.
Back up the middle. Pena's right there. Nice play, moving to the second base side to get Perez.
Because at some point throughout the season, they're going to fail. There's going to be a period, and he struggles, and all of a sudden that confidence gets hit too
Riley
hard.
Green puts a charge into this one, but right at Tatis. Roots. We talked about it last night. The DR is very much a part of your family. Scott Efros just pounding the zone. He gets Ramirez for the first out. Pena came on wonderfully last night. Didn't start the game. Ended up 2 for 2 with a triple and an RBI, and Scott Efros is dealing.
Jade to kind of mix and match and be able to get the ground ball right there.
Out to third, Colt Keith juggles, he's got no play. Happened a couple of times last night with some of the minor league guys. Colt Keith.
But in any situation, he may try to get there.
Slash the other way, that's a base hit inside of third. Ketel Marte putting a Tony Gwynn swing on it. And the inning's alive for Soto.
You got to be able to stay down there and block that pitch for your pitcher.
Soto with two in scoring position. That gives the Dominican Republic the lead. And it gets all the way to the wall. Let's watch Soto fly. The big fella on his way to third with a triple.
Juan gets a fastball, kind of, center cut right. That extra out, and the Dominican had been able to make the Tigers pay.
That's two good scoops by Lorenzo.
By that margin, that's a little nerves right there.
Manny turned loose, but he knows he didn't get it. Into right for Perez, but Clark. With you as we go to the fourth, and the new pitcher for the Dominican Republic, Elvis Alvarado, hits Torkelson, who gets plunked for the second time today.
Standpoint, they've been able to do that. Some very good development with a lot of their young players.
That's 100 triple digits from Elvis Alvarado. Outs in just over 42 innings of work. This one hammered to left. Soto breaking in, and he's not going to get there. So McKinstry fights off from Alvarado. And Lorenzo can't get to the heat, and really, who can? Another 5 different organizations. And he gets Jolks on a high pop. Tatis charging in. The coach's box when this guy's at the plate, similar to Chef. There's another one. I mean, you just can't throw him anything right now.
You'll definitely see those situations pop up across the WBC.
Julio's seeing the ball really well. 2 walks last night, 1 more. Popped up into right. Perez coming in. Tough win of arms for A.J. Hinch. And Geraldo Perdomo on as a pinch hitter bounces it to short. McGonigal to McKinstry, the M&M boys. With strike 1. Clark slashing one to short. The new shortstop Perdomo off balance. Fire.
To make 2 really good pitches on those changeups, but this is my first.
That one's hit well out to center, but off the end of the bat for Cespedes.
Just able to make 2 really good pitches on those changeups, but this is my first real look at McGonigal in these couple of games, and
that one's hit well out to center, but off the end of the bat for Cespedes. 2 down. And now Riley through the left side for a base hit. So we've seen a lot of different staggers. Said you're not getting plunked a third time. Go take a blow. Peck, chopper right back to the mound. Easy play for Abreu. And 2 more stranded for.
In the playoffs before him, had some tremendous amount of success with the Astros.
Fly ball to left. That includes an opt-out after next season. On the ground is short. Kevin McGonigal tested for the first time today.
Any of that kind of issue, and end up
Soto, left center. Juan Soto's done it again. Juan Soto's driven in all 3 for the Dominican Republic. And now Vladdy to the new second baseman. I don't care. This only comes around every few years. And now Colt Keith out to Junior Lake. In the 8th inning, he lined out to first base. And he works himself a walk, so a couple of good at-bats. Squared up to center. Cespedes running back. Looks like he's got a beat. Out to the track. He makes. Nice slider. And Julks is down. Manny to center. But this one won't travel the 4-11 need after they both gave up 5 hits in last night's loss. And that's a great adjustment. Cespedes the other way with a 2-out single. After they both gave up 5 hits in last night's loss. And that's a great adjustment. Cespedes the other way with a 2-out single. Especially when you're one of the more unheralded guys on this team. That grounder gets through the right side for Agustin Ramirez. And Cespedes gets to third, running on contact. And here comes the Dominican team once again. A 2-out rally with 2 at the corners. First year in the Tigers organization after signing a minor league deal. And he spears the fastball in at 95. Not 1, but 2 Tommy John surgeries. And he gets soft contact to the right side. He gets over. Nice little funnel there from. New pitcher for the DR, Phillips Valdez. Max Clark out to center. Cespedes plays a really confident center field.
Together so well, just getting an idea of what he likes to do.
Lifted out to deep left center. This one's back right near. That's rocketed to first, but right there for Santana, the one-time Gold Glover. Context there.
well, I've hit a couple of home runs off of Justin, and that was the second one. And so he was just letting me know he wanted the watch that he gifted me for his Cy Young Award and MVP in 2011. He wanted it back after a couple of home runs off of him. Needless to say, Justin didn't get that watch back.
So Ahmed Rosario fights one off. National team to be playing a game here at Estadio Quisqueya. Ground ball left side, right at the shortstop. And there are national team to be playing a game here at Estadio Quisqueya. Ground ball left side, right at the shortstop. And there are in left field. And a swing and a pop up to second. Jack Penny's got it. But I'll forgive you. This one's popped up. Carlos Santana actually started his career with the Rays. This one grounded to the left side. Perdomo, nice and easy. And a good stretch. And he had no chance. Slow curveball from Eddie Romero.
This Dominican bullpen.
Here's O'Neal Cruz with a laser right at shortstop. And John Peck tested again. One nice slow windup from Smith. Gets Wells on a curve. And it's the center fielder, Woody hit one. Mano y mano. And this time the fastball is the one that wins. That one gets Cespedes in the leg. Down with Venezuela. Swing and a miss. De Leon couldn't help himself. And the lefty Pena. Schedule for the DR last tournament in 2023. They lost their first game against Venezuela, which really put the screws to them for the rest of the pool. 10th pitch of the at-bat. Right down the middle for out number 1. The tying run is at the plate for the Tigers with 1 out here in the 9th. As you get a look at Jimmy's stats from this past Dominican Winter League, last pitched in the majors, De La Cruz is back behind the plate. Nasty hammer, he drops it in for strike 3. Julio getting it all on film. But not yet. Runs on base, Penny and Tapia. And he sends this one into left center. That's a base hit. It scores 1. Tapia the tying run at third. And now this one poked into right center field. And here come the Tigers. That's a tie game. The go-ahead run is
the 9th to put the Tigers ahead.
Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Tigers. Runner on the move. Easy stolen base for Stevenson. Into this 9th inning. They've scored 3 runs with 2 of them, and then Romero doubles up, goes back to the spot, or beg your pardon, Cordero, and strikes out.
Ambition during spring training, but you know one thing too, great marlin fishing.
Oh, for you, that's right up your alley. Pedro Severino jumps.
Go to the fastball up here.
Jam shot, flick to the right side. Myers, the first baseman, gets it to the lefty. Nice job by Payne. That's and now Rosario part of their infield mix this upcoming year. Ground ball to short. Runner on the way to third. Oh, you can't do that. And he's nailed. Severino, after the leadoff single, gets gunned. He's selling out. One big swing for Lake. Instead, it's off the end of the bat. Right side, a bleeder. Knocked down at second by Penny. He's got no play. Santana, scoop shot. Shallow left. That's a base hit. Here comes Rosario. And the Dominicans tied it here in the ninth. Hit would suffice. Ground ball out to second, knocked down. Penny recovers, and that's your ball game.
The love and the passion that the Dominican people have for this game, and the DR is certainly excited for the fact that they were able to come back in this game and